All right, this is good. We are live. We are live. Hey everyone, welcome to Hack Shack Studios. This is the studio where I do all my comic book artwork and writing from. So hi, RT Bear here, 35-year comic book veteran. Actually, it's a little bit longer than that. I always say 35 years. It's just easier. Yeah, working for mainly Marvel, DC. Helped start a little upstart company called Image Comics in the early 90s. And did a few books for them. One of them was Black and White, and then years later I did a book called Chrono Mechanics for Image Comics. So I guess that's my initial indie home. So yeah, Sign of Life. We already got Kevin. Hey Kevin, what's up, my friend? Hey 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 Art. Ooh, that's almost a song. Let's do this again. Hey, 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 Art, howdy. Yeah, there you go. All right, so we got Kevin, Victor, Adrian, Lock It Up, Incorporated Death Metal Hero. Long time no see, my friend. What is up? What is up with you, you crazy fool? You crazy maniac, you. Yeah, Death Metal is such a great person in Comicsgate, and very, very supportive of all these campaigns and all these different creative people. So I always appreciate seeing your smiling face in the chat. Good to see you too, my friend. I borrow ideas, only the good ones. Hey, Art, make sure to feed Mandy. Don't need any interruptions. I worked that out before the live stream. So I told her what the lunch deal was going to be. So I said, give me an hour, and then we're going to get some burritos. We're going to get some burritos and chomp down. So probably around 1 or so California time. We got Comics Legend. Can we see the proofs? Is Chrono Mechanics still available? How long will it stay open? All great questions. Thank you, Comic Book Legend. Yeah, I want to make sure we get a pretty good crowd in here. I want to go over the campaign a little bit and then show you the proofs. I have the proofs right here. The proof is in the pudding. And I'll tell you, just talking, I don't want to say the company yet because I feel like when we were working with Mixum, I dropped their name quite a bit, and I might have led everybody on that they were a good company. So until I actually get the books, I'm not going to really promote the printing company yet. But they did come highly. They were suggested by some really, really good comic gators that I really, really trust. So I don't want to get too much into detail. Like I said, I don't want to seem like I'm promoting, or if it doesn't work out, that I'm throwing somebody under the bus. But the proofs look really good. We've been treated really, really well. We have, we have the work in progress book, the Chrono Mechanics art book. We have the Chrono book, the Chrono Retrofit book, which is the graphic novel. And then we also have the black and white Virgin variant with them. So we pulled all of our orders from Mixum and we moved them over to this new printer. And like I said, working with them is really good. They ask all the right questions, and they put all of our questions, they answer them quickly, and they put us at ease, which is good. And so we have big hopes for them. I really, really hope that they come through. After being burned by Mixum, I have doubts. It's kind of like the, you know, what is it, bit once, twice shy kind of thing. So I don't want to overly brag, but everything I've seen so far, and I'll show you the proofs, they look great. They look absolutely great. So Death Metal says, forgot to tell you, I got my black and white Vampirilla t-shirt. Looks great. Oh, cool, man. You got to wear one of those live stream. Also, you guys, as far as black and white orders, I asked my wife a few days ago, Pamela, and she's Fulfillment Central. She fulfills all this stuff. And she said that all the sketches went out. So the Black and White Volume 2, Second Chance Campaign, Volume 1, Second Chance Campaign, I should say, all the drawings are out. So if you backed a sketch tier book, those should be out. You guys should have those by now. And also, as far as the posters, we got our original order from Mixam. They damaged them. They were all damaged. And then they sent another batch. About a third of them were damaged. So we weren't able to get all the poster orders out when we got our second shipment in. So we just got our third shipment of the posters out to us. And so we, my wife and I, packed them all up, and the posters are going out now. So if you backed a poster, you should be getting those within the next few days. I would think at least a week. Give it a week. So I believe that's the remaining poster orders. The black and white Vampirilla books have been going out. So I believe we're close to being fulfilled, like completely fulfilled for the Second Chance, Black and White Second Chance campaign. So, I'll keep you guys up on the goings on with that. But I'm pretty sure, because we had most of the stuff already done. The only thing we had to wait on were the posters and the variant version, the Grey Capullo variant version. So, like I said, those are with the new printer now. So we never got those from Mixam, and we never got the work in progress from Mixam either. They couldn't get the retrofit book right, so we kind of put that on hold until we could take care of that problem, and it was never taken care of. And if you guys want the full story, just go back in the history a bit. I tell the story. Hi, Comicsgate. Comicsgate rocks. You guys rock. Candace B. Finally, I actually made it to your stream since back to work. Well, I'm glad you're back to work, man. I want to get the entire country back to work. If this pandemic is something we have to live with, then we have to live with it, and we need to get back to work. We need to open things up. We need to be careful, but we need to open things back up. All right, we got Edwin Acevedo, $5. Thank you so very much. Hell Art wanted to let you know that the mailing list for my Indiegogo campaign, The Ace, is live. All backers will receive a trading card by Arch Cider. Very, very cool. So it sounds like Edwin's got a book that's going out. So go check out, I imagine this is on, this is Indiegogo. So go check out his site and sign up. You guys aren't out anything. Go sign up. Always when these Comicsgaters are putting things up, go sign up, because at the very least, you'll be eligible for free stuff like this. So if you guys signed up for the Chrono Mechanics pre-launch, then you'll have gotten this card, or will get this card when the orders start going out. So so yeah, there's all kinds of fun stuff that that you can get. And with Black and White Second Chance, what we did is we opened it up early to all the pre-launch people, and so you guys could shop early. And the reason that's beneficial is because we had some early bird specials, and we had them limited, so you guys could come in, shop, get all the good stuff before it sells out. And so I'm going to do that with the next campaign too, with Black and White Volume 2. I'm going to have some kind of cool freebie giveaway, like the trading cards. And we did one, actually. Let me see if I can find it for volume. I can't find it. Where is it? Yeah, I can't find it, but this was the card that everybody got for the Black and White Second Chance. So it's got the Black and White 25 years. So let me get back to the chat. Everybody's digging Death Metal Hero. Lock It Up Incorporated says, Art, are you near any of the fires in California? There have been a series of small fires in my area, but they haven't been burning very long. Thank goodness. September is always, we have 5 months in the year here. We have We have winter, summer, fall, spring, and fire. We have fire season. So we are in fire season right now. And so the fires up north and Oregon and that area, those fires are so bad. We have ash everywhere. Like there's ash in the studio because it's been nice. So I've been leaving the windows open. So there's ash even in the house. So there's ash everywhere. So we are getting fallout from those major fires up north. So I hope they get those under control soon. I know how it feels to get caught in one of those fires. It was a few years ago. We were evacuated from our house and this whole area. And when we came back, it was about 4 or 5 days later after they got the fires out. The fire came all the way to the edge of the property. So it burned right up to the perimeter fence. So absolutely frightening. We had no idea if our house was here or not because they weren't letting people into the area until they got it under control. So I got all my original artwork out. Hey, Comics Bear, haven't seen you in a while. Greetings, Art plus chat. Jam Creates, hey Art, who are you using to print if not Mix'em? Like I said earlier on, I don't want to publicize them yet because I feel like I might have done you guys a disservice by speaking highly of Mix'em. So until we get the books back from the printer, the new printer that we're working with, and they look great, then I'm going to praise them, and I'll give you all their name and give you contacts and stuff like that. But I don't want to really overly sell them right now because I feel like I did a disservice and really promoted Mix'em, and I shouldn't have. I really get excited, and I want everybody to do well, so I promote, people, and sometimes it doesn't work out. So I don't want to get into another situation where I praise a printer. And if you guys are with Mix'em and you still believe in them, keep your eyes open, ask a lot of questions, and hold them accountable for everything. And we'll cross our fingers. If not, you guys should start looking for somebody else. Because I don't like them. I don't like them at all. I don't like the way they treated us, and I don't like everything they did for us. Every single thing they did were wrong. It was all wrong. They didn't get anything right. Not one single thing. I'm not even kidding. Everything was wrong. Well, let me back up. They got the proofs right, but then they said that they couldn't. The proof that we okayed, they said that they couldn't reproduce. Why did you send us the proof if you couldn't reproduce it? Absolutely retarded. Well, Canada is talking about shutting our schools again, which means no work for me again. Oh, your school teacher. Well, that's horrible, man. We need our leaders to lead us. We need the greatest minds and the best and the brightest to start coming up with some ideas. Don't tell me there's no good ideas why we can't get back to work, why we can't get back to school, why we can't get back to normal. This starting and stopping thing, it's crazy. It's crazy. It feels like, to me, it feels like my freedom is being taken away from me. I feel at least if they set up good guidelines for us to work within, I mean good guidelines by the greatest minds in the world. This is being affected by the world. Why can't we get a brain trust together and figure this out and get everybody back to work? And then the thing is, there has to be some herd immunity. There has to be some of that happens. Some people are going to get sick still. Flu, cold, it does happen. So we have to also be realistic that this is still going to take place. But just like flying in a plane or getting in a car or anything else that's risky, you have to assess the risk, and then you have to be responsible for the risk. So as a society, when you get behind the wheel of your vehicle, we're all assuming that you're sober, that you're of good sound body and mind, and that you're not a complete psychopath, and that you're not going to kill somebody with your car. So we trust each other that way. And statistically speaking, automobiles are still like, there's a lot of accidents and a lot of deaths that happen because of that. But I don't hear people getting overly crazy about that, because it's an assessed risk. You know, we all kind of are okay with it. We get in our car, we know that something could happen, and then we stay alert. We try our hardest to make sure it doesn't happen. So that's an agreement that we have with each and every, you know, one of our fellow man. So with this pandemic and the lockdown, we need to be the same way. We need to be responsible, but personally responsible. And if everything's open, but there's guidelines, right? Everything's open, but there's guidelines, and everybody's following these guidelines, then freedom can exist. That means you can take care of yourself. You can open your business. You can take care of yourself. You can make money. People can support what you do: restaurant, movie theater, comic books, whatever it is, retail stores. They can support you, and then we can get the economy back moving. We can get things back to some kind of normalcy. And then, you know, hopefully the herd immunity will kick in, or a cure. You guys, there's not really going to be a cure. I'm sorry. I don't think there's going to be a cure. So anybody's holding out for a cure, I don't think there's going to be one. I think we just need to get back to normal and keep our immune system strong. And then where I was going with the freedom, if all of our business, schools, everything's open, then if you're in the high risk category, you're like most of the, sadly, you know, death is bad no matter what, but the majority, the statistics are older people from a certain age and up, or people that have compromised immune systems. So the freedom exists. If you're in those categories, then you can choose to go to these places or not. Even if you aren't high risk and you don't want to subject yourself to that, you don't have to. But at least you have the freedom to go or not go. We don't have freedom right now. We don't get to go. Things are shut down. Businesses are falling like flies, man. This is absolutely insane. We need to get back to work. That's all. And I know this isn't popular. I know that there's a faction of people that would probably call me heartless and stuff like that. But there's an assessed risk that we all take in life. Death is part of life. It's an agreement we all have. We all know that, you know, we could go at any moment, whether it's in an automobile crash, various accidents that could happen, illness, cancer, just tons of different things. But it's an assessed risk. We need to start treating this thing the same way. We need to be careful. We need our leaders to set up guidelines, but guidelines that get us back to some kind of normalcy, so we can get back to work. So you know, people aren't devastated financially. There's a ton of people that are devastated, you guys. Sadly, well, it's both sad, but I don't know anybody personally, or even like a second, like what do you call that? Like a friend of a friend. I don't know of anybody that's come down with this COVID. And one could call me lucky. They go, oh, well, you're lucky that you don't have that. But I don't know anybody that's had, in a normal flu and cold season, I usually know somebody that's sick. But COVID, I don't know anybody. So like I said, it could just be luck. You know, some people, that's not their experience, but it is mine. But having said that, I know a lot of people that are being financially hurt by this lockdown. I know that. And I know people that have gone completely out of business, and I know people that are right on the fence, that if we were able to open up and get these businesses going again, it would take a while, but they would get back to normalcy, and they would be able to take care of their families. Ba, 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 ba. The Total Bot Annihilation art. Oh yeah, you bought the original. That's cool, man. Soon, very, very soon. I think you want us to send everything at the same time. When are you leaving California, Art? As soon as we sell this house and find a new house. I actually have, maybe I could share it with you guys. I think I have the house that we really dig it, this house. Is this it? No, this is not it. This is one of them. Actually, I thought I sent it. Wait, I know where to get this. I know where to find this. It's right here. And I think it's this one. Let me find it. Yeah, I'm absolutely falling in love with some of the areas in Texas. And this is one of them. So let me screen share, see if this will work. So this should be the house. Yeah. So this is the house that I told my wife, I go, this thing's haunting my dreams. So when you find something and you can't get it out of your head, then you know that it's a good thing. So this is the house. It's got an atrium. It's a little eccentric, and it's got kind of some fun quirks. And my wife and I are a little slightly left of center, and so the house is quirky enough that we find it charming, and it's really nice. And so my wife has fallen in love with it too. There's a few things that we don't like, but my wife's got a great book collection, and so I want to get this house just so she can have this room to put her book collection, and then she can have a great reading room. And she's fallen in love with the idea that it's got one of those ladders that move side to side. Like I said, it's a little eccentric. It's fun. So this would be her library, her reading room, and it's really pretty and it's gorgeous. And I think she deserves this room. So she fell in love with this room. So that would be her office. And then you got your standard bedrooms, atrium, upstairs. There's not really a bonus room for a studio, so I would probably have to take one of the bedrooms, which isn't great, but they have some good-sized bedrooms. So this is the backyard. I like the area because the neighbors aren't right on you, and there's these green belts that are usually on the left, right, and back sides of these properties. So I like that idea to where you can feel like exclusive. And also, not to be too snobby, but these aren't track homes. These are custom homes. So these are one-of-a-kind homes. And I don't know. I feel like I've worked long enough. I deserve this. So that's kind of the house we're looking at right now. So thanks for asking. And the good thing about Texas is, even though that house really looks crazy high end, it's completely affordable by California standards. And what I'm looking at is to be able to buy a house at less value, which is what that house is, and be able to save. We might be able to save a couple $100K. And I want to put at least 100 of that into savings, and then the rest I would like to invest back into crowdfunding and creating stuff for you guys. Oh, cool! Agent DeCamp says he got his poster. Awesome. So thanks you guys for letting me share that. I hope it didn't seem too braggy. I'm just really excited about the move and how far your money can go in Texas. And the area is gorgeous. The area, it's spring, and the the Woodlands area. So Mighty Joe says, "Hey Art, did the black and white original variant 3-pack go out yet?" If it's the original Greg Capullo cover with the Vampirilla and the standard cover, maybe. So Mighty Joe, be patient. I'll ask my wife, because I think some of the 3-packs, did we change out for the Virgin variant? So I'll check with Pamela, and hopefully I'll be able to remember that and get back to you. Got the posters weeks ago. Looks great, but still waiting for the books. Yeah, I'll check with Pamela. If it's the standard Greg Capullo, the original variant, and the Vampirilla black and white, and then the standard, there is a chance that it could have gone out. But like I said, I got to check with Pamela. Stats are fake. It's all about money. Yeah, I have my own conspiracy theories about the virus. It's a military exercise. Yeah, there's a lot of conspiracy stories that are going around, and to be honest, some of them actually seem viable. You know, I've always been a fan of conspiracy theories, but I never really put too much faith in them. But recently, some of the stuff that's come out about COVID and things, when my logic and my reasoning can't fill in the void and it doesn't make any sense, sometimes I have to go beyond that. And some of these conspiracy theories that seem like conspiracy theories actually, you know, are starting to sound more and more valid to me. Wow, U.S. houses are big. Some of them are. Yeah, everything's big. Everything's big in Texas, man. Yeah, you can own land. There's all kinds of stuff. And oh, you guys, I saw that. Oh my God, this is so cool. I'm such a geek. I'm such an idiot. Who was it? It was Elliot Fernandez. And Elliot, you know, he's got his camera set up in his studio, but you could kind of see more than the way my camera's set up. Like my camera isn't set up on like the cool working aspects. It's more like this, just this little corner. But he had like a tool, like a big work tool chest, and it said Craftsman. And I was like, you use those drawers for flat files for your artwork, don't you? And art supplies. And he said, yes. And I was like, that's freaking genius, because they're on wheels and they have the drawers. And I had a flat file once, but it took up way too much room. It was more built for like blueprints and stuff like that. So it was massive, because blueprints for houses and stuff like that are pretty good size. So I liked the idea of having it, but it was always too big. So I just gave it away at some point, and it broke my heart. But when I saw this Elliott Studio, I was like, holy shit. So I went to the hardware store with my wife. There are so many cool, like Husky and Craftsman kind of work chests, or like these kind of work drawers. And they're on wheels, and they're about, if you turn an 11 by 17 piece of artwork sideways, they would fit perfectly in there. And the new ones have drawers that when you go to slam them, they almost like hydraulically close on their own, and they have little padding on the bottom. They're like high end. They look like furniture. Some of them have wooden tops, and they're all on wheels, so you could kind of move them around and stuff like that. So one of the rooms in the new house, I'm going to create a fulfillment center, and I'm going to get a series of these. They have wooden tops on. They have ones that like are stacked. They look like Marshall stacks, like rock amplifiers, and they have like the lower part and then a smaller part that stacks. So I'm going to use that for my original artwork and my collectibles, because there's also like a top part and smaller drawers where you could put trading cards and you can put all kinds of your collectibles in there as well. So I'm just kind of geeking out that I'll have, like, instead of, you know, the T-Bear vault where I just have a shelf just full of stuff and it's not organized, I'll be able to organize everything, and then I can have a fulfillment center. So I can have one of these sections this is black and white. This is black and white volume 1 and volume 2. This is Chrono Mechanics retrofit. This is the work in progress. This is like these different sections, and they have tabletops. So each one of them can have all the artwork and all the different, like, trading cards, patches, posters, everything in there that you would need. So then when we go into fulfillment mode, we could just go to that little section, and then with the countertop, we can put the orders together and then get those out. So I'm looking at organization, and like right now, you guys, and I think EVS has said the same thing, and some other people as well, they take over your entire house, like these campaigns. We have like the family rooms, the posters, the studio downstairs, the computer room we call it, and then parts of the kitchen and dining room are all, like, you know, the main fulfillment areas. Even parts of the upstairs studio have some stuff in here as well. So I think it'll be nice to just dedicate one room to the fulfillment center, and we'll have space for it, which will be nice. So I'm looking forward to, we've been here for almost like 28 years or so. So one of the things I'm looking forward to is unpacking 28 years worth of collectibles that I have. So I get to go over all that stuff. I have Xeroxes that I made. I got Jim Lee, Mike Mignola. I have all kinds of stuff, but they're not organized. And for the life of me, I really don't know where they're at. So when we get there, I'm going to get to unpack all this stuff, and I'm going to organize everything, and I'll be able to find it. And then we can do another, like, T-Bear vault, and I can show you some of this cool stuff, like vintage old, like, pencils, Jim Lee pencils, and all kinds of stuff. I used to make Xeroxes of everything that I had, and then I would go over other people's studios, like Mignola and those guys, and just use their Xerox machine. Everybody had a Xerox machine, and just make a ton of Xeroxes. Agent to Camp says, yes, Art, both you and Pam deserve it. I think so. I think so. I want to be humble, but we work really hard. We deserve this. And the main thing I'm looking forward to is California. Every year, taxes and restrictions and things go up. So, and then water, if you go over your allotted amount, they penalize you as far as fees. And then every year, I think moving forward, they're going to increase the limits. So you're gonna be allowed to use less and less and less water. So I would like to go someplace, even though it's humid, that actually doesn't have like water issues, or at least the same water issues as California. So Candace says, oh man, sorry, Art, phone is about to die. It was nice to see you again. Bye everyone, have a great day. You have a great day as well. You guys are awesome. Jam Create says no state income tax. Yes, and that, oh my gosh, you guys, the house I showed you, because each area in Texas, the property taxes are slightly different. The property tax there is lower than a comparable house here. So our property tax is kind of low because we've been here for 28 years, and it gets locked at, it still goes up, but it gets locked at a certain amount. So if we bought this house today, our taxes would be anywhere between $1,000 to $1,200 a month. It could be more, actually. I think that's pretty conservative. So on that house, I think it was like $800 a month in property tax, which by California standards is nothing, and it's slightly, maybe $100 less than we're paying, or more than we're paying now. So it's not too bad. And then with the state income tax, and then just things being less expensive, just as far as everything, the gasoline prices, everything is cheaper. Yeah, so I don't know where that is. House with an atrium. Yeah, 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 exactly. Christine, good luck. Art looks like an awesome house. Yeah, I mean we might not get it because we're trying to find a handyman. So I've been kind of nicking away at the handyman duties as I go along. But there's some stuff that I don't want to do. I can do it, but I don't want to do it. So we're still interviewing handy capable individuals. And then I think all we have is we need the air conditioning tweaked. So we already had the termite inspections, everything. So really the only thing is the air conditioning and get some of the handyman stuff done. And then the house will go on the market. We got a chant for proofs. Proofs. I'm going to go to the campaign first, and then I'm going to give you the proofs. Yeah, my wife and I talked about that. Like, I'm kind of looking forward to slowing the pace down too. There is a SoCal pace, which is different than East Coast. If you live in the city in Manhattan, the pace is crazy. But I am getting older, and I would like to be a place where it's a little slower paced, and kind of looking forward to that. So yeah. Texas has odd legal title rules. If you're going to cash out, refi your property, refinance your property. I'll look into that. I'm not sure what you mean. I'm fighting with myself right now whether to buy the house outright in Texas, or to finance, like, I don't know, $50,000, something low, just so I have a tax deduction, and then I can use that 50,000 as investment, so I can make money off that 50K as far as investments, and then I'll have a tax deduction for the house. So we're looking into that. I think it's just the idea of being able to not have to go through the hoops of begging a bank to loan you money. You know, like, oh, please, can you give me some money? It's like, F you. I got a lot of pride, you guys. I don't owe anybody any money. I buy everything flat out, cars, everything. And the house, I put down extra. I mean, I think we're going to look at paying this house off. Well, it'll probably be at least 10 years before our due date, our payoff due date, because I always pay extra on the house. And in the big salary days, I put, like, at the end of the year for tax purposes, I put down serious money on the house, just so I wouldn't be taxed on it. I'm gonna get a dog too. For the dogs, that is. I guess you should use it for humans, LOL. I'm gonna get a dog. I'm gonna get a gun, because you can get guns in Texas easier. I'm gonna get a 10-gallon hat. I'm gonna get boots, cowboy boots. I'm not sure about the spurs, and I'm gonna decorate with the Lone Star, and I want to get a throw carpet that's the shape of the state of Texas. You guys, I have no interest in being a Californian and pushing my California viewpoints on Texas. I'm going there to fully embrace Texas in all it's worth. I've gone there quite a bit for conventions and things, and I really like the people and I like the area. The view of Uranus for $5. Thank you very much. You guys are so generous. Thank you. Hey, Art, who are you? Are the books with? Wait, are the proofs? Wait a minute. Oh, did I say poofs? Like a poofda? Did I not put an R? The poofs. Is that what you're talking about? Let me check. Oh my gosh, I'm such a dork. I need to have people proofread my. Yeah. I said poofs. Oh, that's so funny. Well, thank you. So the poof does. I have a friend. He's in Hollywood, so he's probably clammed up with some of his lack of PC etiquette. But he used to refer to people as poofdas, and I was like, "What's a poofda?" He goes, "It's a gay guy. It's a homosexual gentleman." So thanks again for that, and I will correct that once I'm done here. I don't know how to correct it while I'm live, so you guys bear with me with the poofs. That's not a me trying to make a joke. It was just a complete oversight. Jam Creed says, my wife and I are always talking about where we're going to move when my daughter graduates high school. Can't wait to get off Long Island. I did a convention, I think, in Long Island. Was it Long Island? I think it was. I like the area. There are some places that are a little congested, but I liked the more rural areas. And the reason I liked it is because I think because when we did the convention, I went with Amanda, my daughter, and after the show, we stayed for 2 extra days, and we went into the city, into New York City, and we had a ball going to the Met and just walking around the city and hanging out and eating and seeing the sights. So I kind of like the idea that you're just like an hour maybe away from the city. The train was expensive though. I was a little taken aback about how much the train was. So if you had to commute into the city every day, it seems like the train would be expensive, unless they have like some kind of passes that you could use. But maybe it's no more expensive than gasoline and wear and tear on your vehicle. I don't know. But it did seem kind of expensive, but I liked it that you didn't have to pay attention to the road, and it's probably a lot safer. Yeah, and they've been having the random power cuts. I think California has a monopoly on power, so they're also just like F you consumer. Yeah, they're just dictating terms. They're a bunch of a-holes. Yeah, it is hot and sticky, but if we have a good air conditioning system, which I'm going to make sure we do have, and with the extra money that we're saving, we'll be able to run the air without any problem. And most of our existence is indoors anyway. And from what I hear, because I've been to Florida off seasons, and there's still humidity, but it's not like in the summer months. The summer months are the worst. So anywhere you go in the country, even California, there's going to be at least 3 months that are bad. So if you go East Coast, not only do you have the humidity and the heat in the summer, but you also have the snow in the winter. So that could be like 6 months out of the year of bad weather. So it's not too bad. And California, we got, was it last week? It was 120. It got up to 120 degrees. It gets pretty freaking hot here. And we do get humidity from time to time. Yeah. Missouri, we did look, and we have family in Missouri, and I think it's I don't want like humidity. Like I could deal with snow. I don't think I can deal with. It did seem expensive. Like I said, just the commute into the city, we didn't mind because we were on vacation kind of thing. But if I had to spend that kind of money every day, it wouldn't be good. But man, I'll tell you, the trains run on time. We did not have a problem at all. 98, where are you at? Is that Texas? Let me know. Because I heard that it doesn't get crazy hot, but sometimes you can have 50, 60% humidity. There's no way. I love to visit Florida. I don't think I'd like to live there. And it's not just the humidity, but there's a lot of bugs, snakes, and alligators. Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, you guys get a lot of rain, right? London gets a lot of rain. So I'm going to show you the campaign real quick so you guys have some Chrono Mechanics context. Also, I just like showing off this labor of love. So hopefully you should be seeing this. We are stone's throw away. A stone's throw, what, like 256, something like that, away from $50,000, you guys, 50K, and that's all because of you. 701 backers. So Chrono Mechanics is in demand. They do more before the dawn of time than most people do all day. They are time repairmen, and time is literally a big machine. It is a cosmic clockwork, nuts and bolts machine that was built in the very fabric of the universe in its inception. So it is a 60-page self-contained graphic novel, and we added 12 pages to you guys. Thanks for making that. So we start off as 48 pages because of you getting a couple stretch goals met. We were able to add an extra 12 pages, so it went from 48 pages to 60 pages. We went from saddle stitch to square bound. So this is a cool looking book, you guys. It is high end to say the least. So we have a bunch of cool tiers here. The work in progress, you guys, it came together so well. I'm very, very proud of it. A bunch of cool behind the scenes drawings. Here's the book right here. You can get it with the graphic novel, and you can get the graphic novel itself. You can get the 2 posters. I think it comes with 4 mini posters too. Yeah, and I'll show those posters. We just got those printed up. Actually, I'll show those right now. I'll show you guys. So they're oversized. They're bigger than 11 by 17. We just got these in the other day. So Time to Panic, this is what the Time to Panic poster. And these aren't like the Total Bot Annihilation. These are on like a cardboard stock. So they're thicker. So yeah, they're really substantial. So that's the Time to Panic. And this one, I really dig this one. This is the Doug World Tour 78 Double Go Gonzo Tour poster. So it's got all the dates there. Madison Square Garden, Wembley Stadium, you know, Athens, all kinds of cool places. What else? Perth Arena. What is it? Apollo Theater. The Budokan. That was a big place in the 70s. I want you to want me. So a bunch of cool places. Wasn't there one? There was one that was big in Detroit. What was that one called? I didn't put that down here. We got the Inglewood Forum. Cobo, was it Cobo Hall or Cobalt Hall or something like that? Yeah, I wanted to get that one down because I think that was a big venue for KISS. in the day in the 70s. So yeah, we got that. Let me go back, finish up sharing is caring. So yeah, and so then we have the 4 variant covers, and then we have the twofer, and then we have the ultimate. And so keep in mind, you guys, each one of the tiers comes with an accompanying trading card, and the trading cards are killer. They came out so damn good. But if you back the ultimate tier, there's 4 additional trading cards. So there's 10 trading cards in all. So the ultimate tier is the only place that you can get the 4 extra cards to complete the 10 card set. So that's the ultimate tier. So we have the interior pages, you guys. We have the cover, interior pages. The stuff looks awesome. Yeah, so come check it out at your leisure. So very proud of this book. The style is completely original. It's totally out of my wheelhouse, out of my comfort zone to draw like this, but I had a blast doing it. I spent about a year just studying animation, and this was the byproduct of my studies. So it's a fun sci-fi action adventure comedy. It doesn't take itself too seriously. And here's a mock-up for the cover. The actual sketchbook work in progress cover came out much better than this. I think on a live stream I showed it, and I'll probably show it again at some point. Sean Ellery did the graphics for that, and it came out really, really good. And here's some of the interiors, the interior artwork for that work in progress. And so here are the 4 variants, you guys. So this is Sean Cheeks Galloway for Oot. This is Tom Bancroft, Disney animator, a key animator on Mushu. Did Doug, and then we have Aaron Lopresti, big time comic book creator. He just finished his run on Justice League, and so he was so kind to just volunteer a zine, and he modeled this after, I think it was a House of Mystery cover that Bernie Wrightson did. Looks excellent, man. Crazy inspired. Zin and the Gem. And then we have Carlo Barberi on pencils, me on inks, and this is Pariah Pari. That's his name, Pariah Pari, and he did the color work on this, and it came out amazing. So that is Carlo Barberi. And then here's what I was telling you about the poster package. So the 2 posters I showed you, and then we have the 4 variants, which are the smaller mini prints. And then, of course, the stretch goals, you guys. You got a bunch of trading cards, 5 free trading cards, buttons, lucky guitar picks, so much stuff. And also, if you guys back a book now, you're still eligible for the PDF version of the movie script. So those are shipping out ASAP within a few days of your order. And so you'll get those. It's 112 pages, and you can read a movie script based on the comic book. And those are going to go away as soon as we get the actual printed material. So another thing is we will get the books back, we're being told, by the end of the month. So we should have all the Chrono orders by the end of the month. I just okayed the black and white Virgin variant, the Grey Capullo, this morning. So I don't have a date yet for when I'm going to get those books. But the work in progress and the Chrono Mechanics retrofit graphic novel should be by the end of the month. At least that's what they're telling me for the actual books. And then the golden time card equals free doodle. 1 out of every 10 orders, you guys will get a golden time card inserted in your comic book. So fill it out, send it to me, and I will do a free doodle for you guys. No additional shipping, no anything. I'll just do it, and that's a way of me thanking you guys for supporting this campaign. You guys are the best. And then last but not least, we have the embroidered Chrono Mechanics patch. So you guys come by. The link is in the description. Check out Chrono Mechanics. It's a labor of love. It's fairly unique. I don't think you guys are going to find a book quite like it. If you want to read something that's completely out of the norm, this is your book, you guys. So, and if you just want to laugh and have fun. So, I'm going to show off some stuff. So these are the trading cards, you guys. This is one of the free trading cards. This is a stretch goal trading card. And then these are the trading cards that come with the book orders. So if you order the Chrono Mechanics book, you get the mechanic card. And if you order the OOT variant cover, you get the OOT trading card. If what is this? If you do the Doug, then you get the Doug variant, Zinn variant, and Caravaggio variant. So each one of these cards come with each one of the corresponding variants. So there's a lot of free trading cards, you guys. The Time Giant card is one of the 10 bonus cards that go with the Ultimate set. And then this is Corky, a Chronomite, and this goes with that bonus Ultimate tier as well. And so then these, you guys, these came out so cool. These are based on the variant covers, and these are the freebies. Everybody that backs a book will get one of these. So OOT, and I like the back because I give the artist a complete tribute. So I appreciate these guys. The Doug Superstar card with Tom Bancroft on the back. The Aaron Lopresti Zinn with Aaron Lopresti on the back. These cards look so good. This camera is not doing it justice. And then Sean Galloway on the back. So you guys, if you haven't backed, please go do so. It's killer. A lot of fun stuff. Oh, shoot. We got a celebrity. One of my favorite YouTubers, you guys, Neon from Clownfish. I love you and your wife, Geeky Sparkles. Your code names are awesome, and I think your kids are hilarious, man. They remind me of my daughter. So Healthy Bear looks good. Thank you so very much, my friend, and thank you too. You've had me on your show a couple times, and you helped me promote Chrono Mechanics. So this is a great community. We all have each other's back. And if you guys haven't checked out Clownfish TV, go do so. It is a great channel. A lot of insightful stuff, and these guys are straight shooters, man, but in a very fair way. I think they're very fair-minded, so I appreciate that. So they try to give you multiple viewpoints on things and try to be as fair as possible. And there are people that misunderstand that what they're saying as negativity. Those people are dumb, and they wouldn't be talking about the subject matter the way they do if they didn't love it. That's one thing that people that criticize, others for maybe being a little critical. The reason we're being critical is because we love that stuff and we want it to shine, man. We want it to be amazing. So we're the biggest cheerleaders. To some people, it sounds like we're negative, but we're really not. A lot of people are fans of Clownfish, and rightly so. So go over there, you guys. Give them a sub and check out their channel. It's really good. And they have a few other channels as well. Everything they do is good. And I think they're expanding. I think they got a studio, an outside studio. And when my daughter was young, I moved the studio from the house to an outside location. And I missed my family, but it was a good move because they got a lot more work done. There's a lot of things that happen day to day when you're at home. What is this? Saint Tiber of the Holy Moly. Holy moly! Is Oot from Canada, eh? He could be. Quick story about Oot. My daughter was really young when I came up with Chrono Mechanics. And if you see Seven show up, when I eventually did the comic book, she was 7 years old. So it's a Team 9.2 of Sector 7. Their time ship has a 7 on it. So 7 is a reoccurring number in the book. And so that's because that's how old she was. And so Oot, I asked her, when she was 7, I said, give me some cool caveman names. And so she said, Oot. And I was like, ooh, 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 ooh. It sounds kind of, primitive, like an ape sound. And I was like, it's perfect. And I think I even asked her at 7, I said, how would you spell it? And I think she came up with the spelling. Either that or my wife did some kind of interpretive spelling from her. And so Oot was born. And then I said, he has a wife. And I said, what would her name be? And I said, she's beautiful, and he would do anything for her. And she goes, Lemmy, like Lemmy, the bass player from Motorhead. And I went, Lemmy, that's awesome. So Oot's wife is Lemmy. And so one of the jokes I always wanted is like Norm from Cheers, where you never see Norm's wife. Like he talks about her, but you never see her. So I was thinking like Lemmy would be the same. Like you would never see her. But I've been kind of dying to do an illustration. And I've been criticized. Like the only thing on Chrono is you guys are like, there's no hot chicks. There's no hot chicks. There are some like hot, chicks like, in Doug's timeline, that are groupies and stuff like that. So there are some hot chicks, but I was thinking it could be fun to have like Lemmy just be crazy hot. Like one of the things, like remember the Flintstones, like Wilma, even Betty was pretty shapely for a primitive like cave person. And I was thinking, what if she was like va boom gorgeous? And it could be funny that way too. So I'm either like when I get around to telling more Chrono stories, I want to do that. So I'm going to leave it chambered. So you guys may never see what she looks like, or if you do, she's going to be within the Chrono style. I have to draw within the Chrono style. She will be the most gorgeous thing you've ever seen. So I'm going to do that. So I just want to show you guys too, the Chrono patches are done. The button and guitar pick, the lucky pick, is done. So we're really waiting just on the books. So without further ado, it looks like everybody's digging our celebrity Neon from Clownfish in the house. Yeah, something like that, like a cave girl pinup or something. Because I know like there is kind of a market for like cave girl cheesecake, Here's a view cave girl pinup. Yeah. Oh no, here it was. It was here. Yeah, the chat just jumped. So yeah, Pedro. I may just do it for the hell of it, because I don't know if you guys get like me. If there's any artists out there, sometimes I just get inspired to do something. Yeah, okay. In the chat, you guys, I was talking to my wife. Who is it? Is it Betty? That's the hot one, or Wilma? So I always thought like Wilma was like, she was the groomed hot. You know what I mean? Like she was the one that took real good care of her, because her hair was always kind of up, and she wore, like jewelry and stuff like that. And she always seemed like that she was a little bit more, I don't know the word for it, a little bit more kept, I guess. And then Betty always seemed a little bit more like the hot girl next door. You know what I mean? Like she might have been a little bit of a tomboy, so she was probably a little bit more fun. And she laughs easy, so she always seemed a little bit fun, like more fun. Yes, Patches O'Houlihan right there. So I don't know. What do you guys think about Betty versus Wilma. I think I'm more Betty. And I don't know, like I married a blonde, but like even in the Betty, or what is it, Veronica, what is the Archie? Is it Betty? There's a Betty in that too, right? Betty and Veronica. Um, I was always Veronica. She's the she's the dark-haired one, right? I think so. Yeah, yeah. The laugh was great. Yeah, so I was kind of more of a Betty, and I think I'm more Veronica. And I think they both have the dark hair. Ooh, Death Metal Hero has chimed in, Betty. Pedro says they were both hot, but Betty's voice, even as a kid, I went, eggplant. I went, eggplant? Okay, Wilma. Oh, she did have red hair. It was kind of like more like that strawberry. It wasn't like a deep red. Yeah, I think she was. And the pearls are a weakness of mine. Yeah, there was something. It almost seemed like Wilma was too good for Fred, though. Like she could definitely, like she was marrying below her. Um, I always thought that Betty was just fun, and I always thought that Barney was more of a fun guy. So that Barney and Betty probably had a good time, but Fred was kind of a complete. I don't know. I don't know. I thought Fred was. I know it was kind of honeymooners, but I didn't see any redemption in Fred at all. I'm sorry, man. He seemed like a complete asshat. Uh, hey, oh, that's not the one that just jumped. I want to. We got another celebrity. We have Charlie. Charlie Schnogans. Hey, Christine. Hell Death Metal Hero. Fatal is has a live campaign going right now. The art looks beautiful, and it's because of Charlie. Written amazing because of Clint Stoker, and I believe, I don't know, maybe Charlie can correct me. Are you counting down the first month? And I think it's a 2-month campaign. I'm not sure though. Yeah, I'm a perv, definitely. I'm perving on Hanna-Barbera characters. Yeah, you're right. You know what? I haven't watched the Flintstones in years, but they did give you the feeling that that Wilma was slumming it, that Fred wasn't worthy. Coach Main is going to be on How to Draw Comics tonight at 7. I hope to see some new faces. Yeah, you guys go check that out. Go check it out. Okay, so it's the end of this month. So Fatal is the end of this month. So you guys go check it out. It's doing very, very well. That book is doing well. Is moving up the charts, as they say. Here are the poofs, or the proofs, as they should be. So let me start with all the variants. So we got all the variants. So they printed them all up. So these are the make-readies for the covers. So this is the variant. And one of the things we looked into is they gave us books with like this, it's got kind of a rubber coating and it's not shiny. But we found that it's kind of dulling down the colors. And so we asked the printer if that was because of the finish. And they said, yeah, the finish does dull it down. So we asked them to go with more of a high-end gloss. So the actual finish covers are going to be shiny. So they should be a little bit more vibrant than this. Even though I like this finish a lot, but it does dull down the colors. So you got to ask a lot of questions, you guys. The ones that already had brighter colors like this one, it looks okay. So if you're going to go with that more rubber matted finish, make sure it's a bright color book. Because if it's a little darker, it actually brings down the vibrance a little bit. So this one was still able to kind of rise above with the vibrancy. And so, yeah, they give you a complete make ready with the spine and everything included. So those are the two of the variants. So this is the Doug Tom Bancroft variant, and there are subtleties in here that matte is, it kind of flattens it out a little bit. So the finished book, like I said, we're always looking at getting the best product for you guys. So I'm glad I asked questions so that we could get this thing a little bit more vibrant for you guys, a little bit more wow factor. And so you can see the inside because it has a different finish. Looks great. And then this is last but not least. So like I said, the bright ones came out good. So this one looks really cool. Yeah, so this is the oot, and then the interior, and then the back. So those are all the make readies for the covers. So the interiors on this, you guys, rock. So this cover is kind of one of those, it's like in between dark and light. So with the new cover finish, it should be a lot better. So then this is pretty much the same as the other ones I showed you. And so then I'm not going to show you too many of the interiors. So they have all of the pages. They didn't bind them, so they're all individuals, but they're printed on the paper, the actual finished paper. And so you guys, when I saw this, I was so happy. I was so damn happy with the results. I went over every one of these pages. Hold on for a minute. Go ahead and pick up the food. I guess food's here. So I'll wrap up soon. So yeah, all these pages, they came out great. So I don't know, there's a little bit of, I got the fans blowing. So you can't really tell, but there's a couple pages, you guys, that were so dark that I want to show you this one, but it'll be a spoiler. It was so dark you couldn't even see the detail. So when we got these back, both my wife is, she's, God bless her, man. She is she's such a sweetheart. She started whelping up. She was so happy. So she cried a little bit that she was so happy. So then we got these, and I'm not really sure what these are, but they're all signed and stuff like that. So actually, if you guys are paying attention, there's the name of the printer on those things. So so yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up, you guys. I just wanted to do a little stream because I was really excited about these proofs. They came out amazing. This book is going to rock. Thank you guys all so much for your patience on this. We do have 1,400 books downstairs, and they all look like shit. I could have shipped those out and not mentioned anything to you guys, but I didn't. I couldn't live with myself. So that's why we canceled that order with Mix'em, and that's why we're doing this with this new printer and the new order, because I just want the best product I can possibly make for you guys, because this is, I'm an older guy. This is once in a lifetime for me. I might not get another shot at some of these things. So I want to make sure that the product looks the best it can possibly be, that we shine the best light on it, and because you guys deserve it. And I wish we could have got things done quicker, but things being what they are, live and learn. And you guys have been very, very patient, so I do really, really appreciate it. R.I.P. Miguel. You guys already kind of understand some of the stories. Yeah, poor Miguel, sweet, sweet Miguel, as Caravaggio refers to him. Art Spanish love child would be Arturo Tibero. Growing up, I lived in a Hispanic neighborhood. Like a lot of LA County is Hispanic, so I remember some of the moms would call me Arturo, and then they found out that my last name was Edward, so it would be like Arturo Eduardo or Eduardo Arturo. So I always liked that. I thought it was fun. Yeah, Miguel is Doug's predecessor. I don't want to give too much away. We appreciate it, Art. Thank you so much. Yeah, and for right or wrong, you guys, I try to be very transparent and let you guys know exactly what's going on. The Wuhan, at the beginning, it did because we couldn't get it to the printer that we wanted right off the bat. So there's been a series of hurdles from the very beginning. So the flu did hit. We were going to print with China, and so then we have 3 printers that we were grooming, and then one that we had already a relationship with to print the book, and then we just didn't think it was a good idea to use them, and also they did shut down, for a period of time. So then we started looking in the States, and that's how we found Mixum. So yeah, there has been a series of little detours and things that have slowed down the process. So it's been a process. It is what it is. So I'm going to go down, enjoy my lunch with my lovely daughter, and you guys have a fantastic day. Be good to each other. And the book, the Chrono books, should start fulfilling by early next month. At least that's what they're telling us. And so the black and white volume 1, Second Chance, Virgin Grey Capullo cover was just okayed this morning. So I don't have a shipping date on that yet. So as soon as I do, I will let you guys know. But I would imagine it would be around the same time. So early, mid next month. So those books are going to go out, you guys. You have my word. We will make good, and let me know what you guys think of the book, man. I can't wait to get those books to you guys and see what you think of them. Hopefully, you will find great enjoyment in it, as much enjoyment as I did creating these wacky adventures. So thanks again, you guys. Enjoy your day, and I'll see you, I think, tomorrow on a Pontificator, 6 o'clock.